Welcome back to another video. It's Sunday and it's been a very busy weekend. That's all I can tell y'all. Just uploaded my video for yesterday. Y'all seem to like some people do, my Saturday driving discussions video. So I finished that up this morning, uploaded that for y'all. Then we had our bitharveststudio AMA that I've been telling y'all about. Listening to that, and I got a bunch of updates for y'all on that. And then I still got to go to the gym, got to go home, do some yard work, got to go to Home Depot and go bankrupt getting yard stuff. So we got some busy things going on. So let's go ahead and get to it. This video is brought to you by CB Synthetics. CB Synthetics, an authorized AMSOIL dealer. Go to cbsynthetics.com where you can get any AMSOIL products that you're looking for. AMSOIL is a synthetic motor oil that's been around since the early 70s. AMSOIL allows a 25,000 mile or 1 year oil change on most vehicles for long-term over-the-road driving, and 15,000 or 1 year oil changes for vehicles with short-term driving or that tow trailers and boats and different things like that. I have been using AMSOIL since the early 90s, and AMSOIL runs in every single vehicle or piece of equipment that I own that can take oil since those 90s. If you're interested in it, go to cbsynthetics.com or go on Facebook and check CB Synthetics, and you'll find my page. Feel free to contact me anytime if you have any questions about this. There is some discounts available on the CB Synthetics website. Please make sure y'all like this video. We'll be talking about Bit Harvest and those projects also. And the way YouTube works right now is by you hitting that thumbs up button, taking half a second, please, just to hit thumbs up. That will help push this content out when people are looking up Bit Harvest or any of these projects that we're about to discuss. It will help them see this video and get the word out about this project to make these projects successful. Please hit the thumbs up. Please hit subscribe if you haven't did so already. Tell a friend, share it on TikTok, share it on Twitter and everywhere else. And I appreciate everybody's support that they've given this channel. Well, first thing I want to say is I am at 11,000 subscribers. If y'all didn't hear that in the video the other day, I want to thank everybody very much. Y'all know I like to recognize every time I make a milestone. I say it every time. I didn't think I'd ever get to 100 subscribers. I reached 11,000 sometime last week. It's kind of slowed down since then, but I also did less videos last week. It is really catching up to me. I'm trying to but also put out fresh content, and you'd be surprised, even though, you know, I'm in 10 or 11 different projects, it's hard to keep coming up with fresh content that y'all don't have to keep hearing repeated over and over. But I know these projects are doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, but, you know, do I want to do a video just because I know, say, Sword Change came out with this one update or announced that they're doing this one thing? So it's kind of hard to keep up with, you know, the fresh content that keeps people interested and stuff like that. I told y'all in the driving video that I did yesterday that I know this is becoming almost an everyday Bit Harvest Studio channel, and I'm not really trying to do that, but it's just that it's a project that I really believe in because I've been working with these guys, helping them test different things and stuff like that. And I know the passion they have behind it. It's not some big corporation behind it, but they are working tirelessly every day. And it's not just, hey, we're coming out with a new program or project on our device. They're even working on multiple different things, multiple different, you know, aspects of it. We're going to get to that in a minute. I have a list of everything from the AMA that came out this morning, but this part was basically just to thank y'all for 11,000 subscribers. A very big milestone that a lot of y'all know I have been trying to reach is 4,000 viewing hours. YouTube puts you in a different level at 4,000 YouTube hours, and I can start getting compensated a little bit. Not that I think I'm going to be breaking the bank or anything like that, but y'all everybody here has seen YouTube videos before and knows that, you know, you're in the middle of watching the video and you're getting into it and then some stupid ad pops up. Yes, it's even aggravating for me. I don't think we can even control what ad pops up or anything, but when that ad pops up and people are kind of forced to watch it, that YouTube person gets compensated for it. I don't know what's really entitled to it, anything like that. I just know that all the stuff I've been seeing, 4,000 was my big milestone that I had to reach. So it's just one more goal for me that I'm striving towards. And it looks like that YouTube only checks that for the past like 6 days ago. So as of last Sunday, I was just right under 4,000. So I know for a fact that by Monday, it's so few hours that I will hit that as of last Monday, which means tomorrow I should see 4,000 subscribers. And when I do my update video tomorrow for projects and stuff like that, I will, tell you all about it and see what's going on with that. So thank you all again very much for that. And remember that I try to, keep up with the videos as much as possible. I try to go back and put chapters in them because I know I get very long-winded, just like I'm already doing in this video. So I try to put chapters so that if y'all are there to see a certain part of the video that y'all knows in there, y'all can look at the chapters and everything like that and see what I have in that video, how to get to it, so you don't have to sit there and watch an hour-long video. So like I said, main thing is we just came out of this AMA, watching along, seeing all the updates. We knew that for those in BitHarvest that the version 1.20 was going to drop this morning with a bunch of updates and a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that improved also. So one thing they did mention is when you go to the website, I mentioned during the week last week that they have been doing so many new projects that they didn't even get a chance to keep the website updated, because as soon as they updated one day, they had another thing coming out. So they did update this website. So when you come down here to see the pricing of it, and we've discussed the pricing in length before, but now they do have updated, they have Pi-Fi on here and stuff, and what is included in the, I guess you call it the basic bundle, which is for the 5 devices, $19.99 each. And for this is just a one-time lifetime license. You don't have to worry about doing anything like that. Then they have, if you get 6 to 14, which I just set up, if y'all saw my video Friday, my 6th device, and I'm planning on trying to work with them on some of their fleet stuff. And if you have planned on doing more than 15 plus devices, you can contact them for different pricing. So that's what they have with that. The firmware premium plans, y'all know I'm very, very high on that, but this was updated also. So this shows you that you get everything from this lifetime section. Then they have this updated where you have Honey Gain. Mysterium is the new update that came out this morning. You also have Grass, Pawn App, Dogtail remote support so that they can get into it if they have any kind of issue. There is some updates on that also. And also tail scale remote management for those who want to run their own tail scale. Currently, right now, the way it's set up, because they got so much stuff going on and to kind of make it easier, is right now you pay for 20 plus the 5. So what is that, about $35.99? I failed college math. $35.98. And you're kind of forced to pay that for right now. You get 60 days of this. You can ask for a refund or a rebate on whatever you use to purchase it. If you use the BitHarvest token or Solana or USDC or something like that, that's what you'll use to pay for this all through the device. I have videos on that. But if you don't want this premium package with these extra good things that they have, you can request a refund of the $16.99 and you will get $16.99, $15.99 back. And I believe that you will still get at least 60 days free of this stuff so that you can kind of test it out, see what's going on with it, see how that works. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I'm not here to spend your money. I've told y'all many times the last couple of videos that I am very tight right now with the amount of taxes I had to pay and the medical bills that are rolling in from stuff going on with me and other family members right now. That is tight. So it's easy for me to say what I wouldn't spend. But for $16 for a year to get all this extra stuff, to me, I would. It's kind of a no-brainer. But again, that's me. $16 to some people might be a lot, or feel they just don't need it, or they're not interested in these apps. I can understand that. There are more apps coming. They talked about it. They run a poll, and they kind of gauge interest for other apps. So there's other apps going. Some apps might end up here, and some apps might end up in the regular package. You pay $16 for a year to get all this. Another thing we talked about is this dogtail remote support. I like it because for some reason, one of my devices has an issue with Tailscale. I don't know what it is. Still working on it. Again, that's my device. It's something I keep playing with and screwing up with the keys you got to upload and stuff like that. So I let them know, and then they use their dogtail remote support to get into it, figure out what's wrong with it. One of my stations has an issue with helium right now. Again, I think it's only my station because my other 4 devices that are deployed have no problem with helium. None at all. In fact, they're getting better witnesses, and I'm not going to get into all that detail right now, but one of them seems to still have an issue with it. So they're using their dogtail remote to figure that out. So one of their big updates that they had today that they announced is they now have MYST or Mysterium project added to the bitharveststudio firmware. If you already have bitharvest, you should be able to see on the bottom left of the screen that what version you have. You should have 1.20. It updated. If your device does not update, they'll be sending an auto update also out tomorrow morning for any device that might have accidentally been online when a command went out or anything like that. So I don't know that much about Mysterium. It is new to me. It's a crypto type VPN where you can run nodes and stuff like that, and you get compensated in MYST token for allowing that. So you will be able to now run MYST on your device. Again, I'm not 100% familiar with it. I know there's people are, because apparently of all the projects that people have been voting on right now, this one easily won. So there must be a number of people asking about it. There must be a number of people involved in it. And now, instead of you having to vote your own device for a node or however it works or anything like that, or you having to download a program or something to a device, wherever you want to host it at, now you can host that through your device. So this is just one more thing that your device at one time, I mean, I know I keep sounding like a broken record, y'all got to forgive me, but this is just one more thing that your device is doing that it couldn't do before, when we just had them strictly as a helium miner. That's where majority of y'all are coming from. Y'all are converting these things. That's where majority of mine are coming from. We are expecting a La Potato version that should be coming out soon, and a Rock Pie version that should be coming soon. But you can just take a regular pie that you might have had with no helium hat, may never came from helium, and do this. But right now, majority of y'all using helium. And again, this is just one more thing that y'all are getting out of this helium device. So look into mystnodes.com. I can put a link in the website. And actually, also, I'm not in this, so I don't have any kind of code to give y'all. However, there is a code to be used, you can use for signing up, and BitHarvest has one. It should be in the program somewhere, or if you look in their Discord has a link that you can use, or a code you can use that should help you out to get started. That's the way most codes work, is you get a little bit of bonus for using the code, and the person who gave it to you gives a little bit, gets a little bit also. So look in the Discord for that kind of code. They also discussed behind the scenes, they updated the way the Curecoin works. There were some issues for those who were in the Discord that knew that something to do with the processing, and it kind of got stuck at the end or something like that. So there was a update to that done to your device. So the Curecoin, I'm running Curecoin on every one of my devices right now. That's 5 of them. Plus I'm running Curecoin on 2 of my devices that are on network, on not BitHarvest devices, but like computers and stuff on that are on 2 separate networks also. So I got this run on 6. I'm only making profit, or I'm only collecting Curecoin on my own devices. But again, I've talked repeatedly about Curecoin. I have to do a video on them. I just need the time. But Curecoin, is my way of trying to give back for research, for health and stuff like that. And I'm not that concerned with what I'm making or not making with it. And everything from on the BitHarvest station goes right back to Curecoin, and nobody's making any money on that. That's just you kind of helping society. So Curecoin had an update also. Also, Grass had an update where sometimes they were seeing an issue that if your device got rebooted, say because of power or some reason like that, if your device rebooted, it would not automatically start the Grass module that was inside of it and continue mining Grass. So that was fixed. So that should now auto start when your device updates. So that was an update to Grass. All right, and one of the biggest announcements that y'all have been asking for since we've ever started discussing BitHarvest was Bobcats. And here we are. I would highly suggest, I know I say this again all the time, and there's some people who are telling me they're still not in it for different reasons, but get in this Discord for BitHarvest. Get in the Bobcat channels for that. They have a Bobcat self flash for getting more information on that, and the mail-in flash. What they also have going on right now is the first 100 licenses for Bobcats will get an airdrop. You go right here to this Bobcat 100 airdrop page. You can also get a bhst airdrop. So get in here, get your airdrop, get your Bobcat license, find out everything you need to do. The Bobcats are a little tricky. You know, I've attempted it. I had some issues with my Bobcat. I ended up just mailing it in, and they took care of it, sent it back. My plan is now that was months ago when they were first starting to play with the Bobcats and stuff like that. So I have another Bobcat that is on Helium, working right now at a host location. As life calms down one day, I'm hoping I can go get it and be able to do a DIY, you know, how-to type video, but I am kind of concerned with it because these things are very flaky when trying to use your programmer that you have to download and that kind of stuff like that. I think it's RK Dev Tool or something that you're going to need with this. And it is not for the faint of heart, as they say. Some of y'all are laughing at me right now saying it ain't nothing but a thing. That's fine. No problem. I'm just telling people that there's no SD card in this. So there's no, you know, flashing an SD card using whatever, Belina or whatever it is, and burning that card and throwing it in the device and powering it up and easy come, easy go. No, this is RK Dev Tool. There's certain steps you got to do, but get into the Discord, follow the instructions, but this has now been released for Bobcats as of the AMA that was earlier today. So y'all been asking for it. Here it is, and we can go. One thing that you know, you can see that some people are asking about is CRANKK. I have started visiting the CRANKK Discord a little bit because I keep getting countless questions from y'all about it, trying to learn as much as I can, trying to see what the appeal is. I know for a lot of people, the appeal was just that they had helium miners that just weren't doing anything, and kind of like the little meme where they're pushing them with the stick saying, you know, do something, and the heliums couldn't do anything, and CRANKK came and saved them. I don't mean this as a negative thing or anything like that, but there is a significant cost, at least in my books, with CRANKK, because you have to stake, I think it's Cardano and something else, and then you got to pay for a license, and you got to stake things on two different chains or something like that. Is it chain 0 and a chain 9 or something? I don't know. But I'm trying to read. I'm trying to learn about CRANKK. I'm trying to give it a chance because y'all have asked me to. So I have been talking with them guys. They were very welcoming when they saw me in there. I have to say that, especially we've been going back and forth in there off topic, throwing some different things. We, you know, talk about, you know, back in the days when we used to mine with ASICs and GPUs and stuff like that. So nobody's been rude or anything like that. And I'm trying to learn. So I'm trying to learn a little bit about CRANKK. So there's that. But right now, CRANKK is not on the Bobcat. However, Your other devices that can do crank, if you reach out to them, create a ticket, they can enable, from what they were talking about the AMA today, they can enable crank as another project for you. Now just think what it is, it has to be specifically per device. It can't just be part of the install process. So hopefully that changed. Hopefully the crank guys can work out with BitHarvest, whatever the differences are, because I think it helps both projects. Any project that's willing to work with BitHarvest, I think it helps. I don't see why it wouldn't, because you're exposing your project now to more and more people. I don't know how many people have BitHarvest, or how many customers they've had now, or how many devices have been uploaded. But you know, some of these projects, even like one or two, I might have heard of them, you know, through discussion at some point or a video or something, but not fully know about them. But now that they're with BitHarvest, I'm getting exposed to them and I'm learning about them. So that's why I think, you know, if Crank really wants to expand, they'd work a little bit closer with BitHarvest. WINGBITS. There's a lot of people who were getting into BitHarvest for helium, just to get a helium monitor back working and maybe something else, and they're hearing about WINGBITS and realized I don't need a license for that. I just need to buy an SDR and an antenna, it's a feed line, and I'm up and running. So $100, maybe less than $100 just for the hardware side of it. There's no license to buy. Now that's exposed more people to WINGBITS and vice versa. So I told y'all, when anybody asks me about WINGBITS and stuff like that, I'm telling them, hey, why not run BitHarvest? You know, for $30, you can put this on your device. You get help with it in case there's any issues. And then you get to run all these additional programs in addition to BitHarvest. I mean, in addition to WINGBITS. And again, I'm broken record. I apologize, but the devices I'm putting out in Texas soon and in Gulf Shores and stuff like that, they are going to have BitHarvest on them. So I want to be able to run WINGBITS first, and then also one of them will have a helium on it. The other one is just a La Potato, so it won't have helium on it. But, you know, there's that. So, let's see. I have another update here. Also, fleet management, they are working on the fleet management side of this. Their whole idea is that you'll be able to go to me, I've had to kind of create my own spreadsheet on Google Drive, because now with this new one, I just worked with them. I have 6 devices, and it's getting hard to kind of figure out, especially when you go to Tailscale, because 3 out of those 6 are all going to be remote hosted devices that are not going to be on a local network for me. So I have to use Tailscale, and Tailscale just will only allow me to, because they're using keys, you can't rename the host name. So I'm trying to figure out how in the hell to remember which one is which. So I had to use a Excel sheet type thing to keep notes of, hey, this location, this device at this location, this is the last 4 of the MAC address, and that's how I'm remembering how to get into them. Trust me, I'm looking forward to playing with this whole fleet management thing, so I can go to one location, one website, or whatever they're going to give me at BitHarvest, and then I can see all my different devices, and I can play with all my devices, whatever I need to come into in case, you know, something's not working on one of them. So I think the fleet management side of this is going to be pretty cool also. So as y'all can see, these guys are not resting at all, and they're leaking, you know, that they still have more stuff they're working on. They also announced that they have, and we talked a little bit about this during the week because they kind of leaked it out also, that they're coming out with bitharveststudio token mining that is currently being tested on several different devices to make sure it works fine and everything like that. But you will be able to mine bitharveststudio token with your device. Y'all know I'm a very big fan of bitharveststudio token. I have a lot of it that is in pools right now. I have it in a bhst/jupe pool and a bhst/IoT from Helium. So I'm making, you know, whatever percentages on that. I know I've did pretty decent on it in the past. price is kind of stable on the bhst token right now. But just following up one more time is when you look to the side on this Discord, you have 10 different projects right now that you can run on your single device. And I just think I keep hitting on that because, you know, you went from Helium having one project on one device, and now you can do 10 different projects on this for $30, $35, whatever it was up front, and then $15 a year, $16 a year after that, if you do all of them. And if you run all of them, soon to be 11. I joked the other day that I'm running out of fingers now. I'm gonna have to start using my toes to count this, because when they release this bitharveststudio token miner module to this, so that will be 11 projects. CRANKK also, we talked about CRANKK. Just so I can reiterate that CRANKK is kind of a per device thing from what I was listening to the AMA. I said I'm not really into CRANKK at this time. It's something I'm looking at. And you just make a ticket, contact them, and they will discuss, you know, they will work with you on getting CRANKK enabled on your device. There is app codes here y'all asked for, in case y'all need an app code, referral code to set up a account on any of these projects or anything like that. There you go. And I guess I need to see if I have any codes also. But some of these codes, some of these things, I don't have codes. I'm not in Pi5, I'm not MYST node, or, you know, those things. Curecoin, you're going to use that team, which I think it's already set up, if I'm not mistaken, on your device. So there's that. But again, these guys are not resting. We know they're still working on more things. They talked about it. They're currently doing polls right now on what other projects people are asking for. You know, but part of it is also, it's not, hey, can you do this project and enough people ask for it, they can enable it. They have to make sure that it will work inside that container of, can it be installed like we're installing it? You know, this is one of my devices right here. But the biggest thing is, it's easy to install this thing. So I went into one of my other devices, and grass was added after I went and set this up. So all I gotta do is go to configure, come up here to grass, and then put my password in, and my email, my password in, and it's going to set it up. I'll do that right now. It tells you it's fetching the latest grass app. And one thing they wanted to go over that they discussed in this AMA is just being very, very patient, that even, you know, once this does this, it's going to go back to your main dashboard, and you might not see grass just yet, or whatever project you're loading. It's just being patient, because it is still possibly installing behind the scenes, or it might need to reboot or something like that. So you just have to be patient with it. But, you know, to install these things, it's all you're doing is just picking it out the list, and that's it. You don't have to worry about running kind of codes or anything like that. And that's all it is. So, you know, talking about a new project, as long as a new project can be installed like this, and they can figure out a way to install it and get it to install with these, you know, get it to operate correctly with these different devices we have, that's all it really takes right now. So on my other device, the package stopped, and as you can see, I still don't have grass in it. So I'm going to be patient, and I'm going to let it do its thing, and I'll wait about 2 or 3 minutes, and I'll go to overview, or I'll hit refresh and see where it's at from there. And all I did was go to overview, and now here's grass. So now I'm running 6 different projects on this one device. And when I go to manage, here's my 6 device. I mean, my 6 projects. So, in wrapping this up, before it just gets to me aimlessly talking over and over and over again, y'all know BitHarvest is not stopping. They got more and more stuff coming, and I guess sky's the limit to a point. So make sure y'all in the Discord. Keep up with me for more updates. Please, if this helped you at all, learn anything more about BitHarvest, if this made you learn anything more about the updates, please just press the like button. One thing I can't figure out is, I'm seeing some of my videos that have not 100% likes, so people are hitting the downvote button. I wish there was a way of me figuring out who was doing that. You know, if some people come to it, you know, I've never shied away from the fact that my production values suck, as you can see with the blue screen and everything, like green screen and all that. But I'm wondering if it's certain people, and which I'll be discussing in the video right after this one. I didn't want to taint this video with what I'm about to go off on in my next video. That's gonna be a true old-fashioned grumpy video. But I'm just curious. I don't know if people are downvoting because they don't like BitHarvest, or they don't like whatever I'm discussing in that video. Is it because my production value? Did they feel it was a waste of time? Or is it certain people who know I don't like their project and they're just trying to be, you know what, crybabies? So I don't know, but hey, I'm still gonna keep putting it out. My subscribers are going up. I thank y'all again for that. Again, please hit the thumbs up button. That helps a lot. That helps push content out for BitHarvest and everybody like that. Or whatever project I'm talking about when people search it. That's how the YouTube algorithm works. I'm even watching videos on that, trying to learn more about that to try to get this content out even more. So thank y'all very much. We'll be back tomorrow, Monday, for a update on all the projects. And I'll lie to y'all again and tell y'all that I'll try to make it shorter, and it'll still go for over an hour. Because when you discuss 12 or 13, 14 projects that we're discussing, you know, I will have an update on GeoNet. I will have an update talking about XNet and some of these other projects that we're looking into also. So maybe I won't have to speak as long about BitHarvest, because I can just say, hey, go look at today's video. So thank you all very much. Have a great Sunday. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you all in the next video. Please make sure y'all like this video. We'll be talking about BitHarvest and those projects also. And the way YouTube works right now is by you hitting that thumbs up button, taking half a second, please, just to hit thumbs up. That will help push this content out when people are looking up BitHarvest or any of these projects that we're about to discuss. It will help them see this video and get the word out about this project to make these projects successful. Please hit the thumbs up. Please hit subscribe if you haven't did so already. Tell a friend, share it on TikTok, share it on Twitter and everywhere else. And I appreciate everybody's support that they've given this channel.